Hello all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today I'm going to talk about the co-working environment against the COVID-19 pandemic, and I hope that will be an interesting topic for you if you are experiencing the pandemic or you are going to prepare your new working environment after the pandemic situation. So. Go to the square one. What is co-working environment? Co-working environment, it is such as a the environment itself. It would be pretty similar with the typical office environment what you used to have. It will have the table, have the desk, have the office, have the meeting room, have the pantry, etc. But you are going to share the co-working space with many people. It depends on the package you are going to purchase. Some provider they will offer you a office room which can have 4 to 5 desks maximum, so you can have a small office for yourself, or you are going to have a hot desk which will be a long desk having maybe like 5 to 10 seats, so you're going to sharing the hot desk with many people. The advantage for having a co-working environment is you will save the cost for your rental, and you will going to share the common infrastructure such as the photocopy machine, the reception, the pantry, the freezers, and the meeting room, etc. And in some case, you will also provide the refreshments and some lead item for your office daily operation as well. And the co-working environment, it is very typical for the independent scientists and professional or people they used to work at home, but they're looking for a environment which have the working atmosphere to maintain the working momentum from 9 to 6, etc., to make sure they got they still having the working momentum. Because let me show you some photo here. I just type in co-working space in Google, and then you can see there are really comfortable working space over there. They typically they will have the really good lightings. They got some social and spacing for people maybe from different companies to sit together, have the meeting, have the chit chat, have the social space, etc. So that is pretty much for what is co-working. So there are pretty much it is not a new industry. Co-working's service provider, actually some of the international brands like the Regals, Campfire, the newcomers, the WeWork, Eaton Club, Loft, and there are many more from providing from the local firms as well. It depends on what you need, because some people they would like to have the meeting rooms. Some people they just would like to have a desk. Some people will have working together with their partners with 2 or 3 people, and it is really depends. I mean, the service provider itself, they would provide you different package, and in certain extreme, people may just need to have the address of a office, so they just would like to have the postal service, so just simply to having a receptionist to receive the post. And so this is pretty much for introducing the co-working industry. But go back to the COVID-19 challenge. So since many of us has already experienced the lockdown, and the business office or the business building has closed during the pandemic, and I think for many of us has experiencing working from home, or using their own environment or own desk or own PC to continue for doing working. But during the COVID-19, I think many companies they would like the staff to stay away from the contracts, areas or the contrast situation like the traffic. So just for the safety of the staff, or hope that the staff can work more efficiently. But for co-working environment or if you are a co-work from somebody, a co-working industry participant, you may consider to renegotiating the rental with your lender for the upcoming month or years, because obviously many companies their staff are not coming into the office, and they may reconsider to continue the rental or continue the co-working service, etc. And there will be some sort of staff or office infrastructure you may need to consider if you're going to rent a co-working space, because social distancing is such a crucial item for you to consider going forward, because we know that the COVID-19 is not going away in any soon. We may be still having the COVID-19 in 2021 for the next 6 or even 9 months. So for having a reasonable social distancing or reasonable office spacing, it is really crucial if you are considering to have a new co-working environment for your staff or for yourself or for your partner. And the physical distancing and the sanitizing stations or the items for maintaining the reasonable the health of yourself or your staff, I think that is something you need to consider. But that is such a conflict, because if you are going to rent a co-working space, you are actually renting a space, and the service provider itself or how they charge is depends on how much space you are going to occupy. So the more space you are going to occupy, the higher they will charge. So that is something you need to think about. And obviously, I mean, for the service provider, the co-working service provider, they may think, well, since the company they're experiencing lockdown, is there any possible that will be a good opportunity for them for their business? Well, possibly not, because if you are from the company side, if you are going to move your staff from your proper office and move them to the co-working environment, it will be such a new investment for the firm. And the other side, the company have to consider the safety and the insurance reason. If the staff they move to the co-working environment but they got infected, and because they don't have enough spacing, or the virus is transmitted between the staff or with somebody else from other firms in the co-working environment. So that is something a challenge for the co-working industry. And I mean, this is not surprising that will be a big hit for the industry, because after the entertainment, after the hotel, after the transportation industry, I believe that from the professional service side, co-working industry will be the next big hit. But sooner or later, I mean soon, I hope soon at least, in 2021, the pandemic will go away. We hope that the vaccine will coming out and everyone will back to normal. But when we back to normal, what happened during the post stage? So I believe that is something I'm trying to guess, or something I believe what we are going to have. The co-working industry will be becoming less competitive, because some of the local players or some of the participants they're not able to maintain the rent. The clients is moving out from the space, so they just simply can't sustain their business. And the second point is from centralized to decentralized for diversifying the risk. And for last episode, I've talked about centralized and decentralized. For many business, if they got 50 to 100 people, they possibly would like to have all the staff in the same office, or at least in the same building but different floors. But after experiencing the pandemic, I think the company they would like to diversify the risks and to have relatively smaller size of the office they are going to rent, just to avoid to paying huge amount of the money to have a huge space which they may be using, especially now from the pandemic. I think most of the business, half of the office space is empty right now. Not many people is using the meeting rooms. The pantry is empty. The desk, no one is sitting in front of desk. At least 50% of the staff is working from home. So for diversifying the risk, for putting too much investment from the office rental, people may keen to have smaller size of the office, and then to potentially to have maybe one or maximum two co-working office in the city. So that may be something happen after the pandemic. And third thing is more people are keen to start their own business, just because for now or after the 6 months, many people lose their jobs. Many people will start thinking, well, what is the most important things in their life? Possibly friends and family, and they just would like to slowing down their life momentum a little bit. So they may be sitting down and then think about, well, shall I work for somebody else, or shall I work for myself? So if more people is thinking something like this, and then people will start, okay, how about this? I'm going to start my own business. And if I start my own business, shall I work from home, or shall I just rent a small space, or I just rent a desk which I can have a reasonable momentum of life, and then still have the connection with the society, still have the opportunity to talk to the market participant, etc. So that is something I would like to share with you about the co-working environment during the pandemic and the post-pandemic. So that's all from me today.